Hi everyone. Look, makeup and good hair. See how cheery I am? Don't know what day today is. It's less than 70, I think. But I'm gonna call it the day before I go see the oncologist day. Oh, I did my nails. I think I already shared that with you. Yeah, I did my nails and I got my hair colored today because that's the appropriate thing that you do before you go see an oncologist, waiting to hear what kind of therapy she's going to tell you that you might need. So yeah, how do you have ownership over things that you don't know what's going to happen? They may just tell me that I need to be on tamoxifen. I kind of expect that, I guess. I don't think they're going to tell me I need radiation, but I don't know if they're going to tell me I need chemo. So, and I know not all chemo makes you lose your hair. I'm also not afraid to lose my hair. I don't even know why I'm going there, but today was a very bizarro day. It's 4 o'clock. I feel like I haven't sat all day. And I'm dressed like, I kind of want to show you, but I can't back up this far. Like I have a normal shirt on. I want to go on my tippy toes to show you. Like I have this shirt here and it like ties here. I'm going to undo this just for a second, just to go down so that you can see. Because I can't move away. So I have my like fashionable ripped jeans on, and I have my like I don't look super fat jeans on, and they're stretchy, and I have this cutesy regular top which I had before, and it's got these cute little things. I forgot to put on my badass jewelry today. Oopsie, let me go fix that. And yeah, I went to get my roots done so I wouldn't be gray. But I didn't have it blown out, so my hair gets all cutesy curly and stuff when I don't flat iron it. And then I put, look, eyeshadow on. Ooh, I put eyeshadow and mascara and eyeliner on, which is not easy to do. My eyelash curler fell off the vanity and I'm like, crap! But fortunately it landed in a basket that happened to be next to my vanity, which was good. I showered, which is exciting. I shaved my armpits, which was so exciting. I even put deodorant on, which is even more exciting. I put on my black stretchy bra, you know, this nice and soft one, and not like the one that looks like you can't even tell it's a bra. Look, it looks like a tank top. But with all the excitement, I guess, a couple of things, with all the excitement of me showering, and I showered longer than I usually shower. There's so many little things I want to talk about today, but I showered longer than I usually shower for two reasons. One, as a therapeutic thing, to just be one with my body. You know, like I can't control my boobs right now, but I can control other stuff. It seems like whenever I vlog, it gets to the hour and my Google clock goes off. Anyhow, enjoy the music in the background. So yes, exploring your body. I think it's very important for any human to explore their own body, to have ownership over their body. You know, I can't control my boobs, but there's other parts of me that I can control. And I just think it's important that you love your body. So I spent more time in the shower today, and I wasn't afraid to, like, you know, where's the soap suds gonna go, whatever. I still just let water trickle over. It's not like I'm like rubbing or something to get stuff off, because I'm not supposed to be doing that. And the purple is pretty much entirely off of my right side, but it's still very, very much so on my left side. And I woke up this morning and I wore the white zip-up bra, the post-surgery white zip-up bra, not the one that had the drains on them. And I woke up and I found a blood mark on my right boob where the scar is, which didn't freak me out too much because that's happened a couple times. And I washed them, which is the first time I've done laundry. I use that term loosely, doing laundry. The first time I've done laundry since surgery, because I had to get stuff out of the out of the washing machine, which is no easy feat. But let me rewind back to the shower. So I think in this process, and in general, like, women are body shaming a lot. And I think no matter what size you are, no matter what is going on, you need to have ownership over your body and be comfortable with your body. And partly with me, and this is what I was doing last night, and I fell asleep like a baby, but we had bad thunderstorms last night, so I didn't sleep super well. Just making sure there's no identifying information on the TV behind you, although I guess you can see the date. So last night, I intentionally laid in bed, and again, I'm at a point still where I'm laying in a reclined beach chair position with my back angled like that, and then my legs are over, or my knees are over a pillow. I'm better at a steeper angle back, but no way am I near being like fully on my back. That's like way too much pressure on my boobs. But last night, I knew it was my last night on Motrin. I was on Motrin Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or actually Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and now I'm off. So I'm still on the gabapentin, so we'll see what my pain level's like. I don't know how being on the Motrin affected stuff with my blood flow because of my FMD, and me being on blood thinners. I have not taken a Motrin in 4 years. So I don't think so. I don't know if me taking the Motrin did something to increase blood flow here, and that's what might have caused like the oozing that's happening at the scar site. I don't think they're really related, but I don't think it helped either. And again, I'm not a sciencey person to know how that all works. But so what I will say, and this is not for, this is for anything. I mean, yes, definitely for mastectomies or when, something just looks different and you don't have control. And like I said, I'm doing whatever I can to try to get feeling in places where they tell me I'll never have feeling again. So last night, and I mean this in a healing way, not in a, sexual way, I just spent some time again, like just touching. Again, it's so much like when you have a baby and you make that skin to skin contact. I wasn't wearing a bra and I had my PJs open and I just laid there. I had the pillows on either side to support everything, because it's just too heavy if I let go. And I just kind of felt with my hands. I mean, it still is so tender, even up to here. And when I lay down, sometimes it's tender all the way up to my collarbone. It's almost like the implant like slides up. And I don't know if it's the implant or if it's swelling, but it feels like it slides up. And it's like my implant is underneath my collarbone, which I'm sure is not the case, but it feels like it sometimes. I don't even know how that all works. But anyway, I was feeling around. I was feeling like underneath, like on the sides here, I still have 3 scars from, well, it's funny because 2 of them were from the drains. I don't really know what the 3rd one even is. And then I have the marks on me from where the tape was peeled off and my skin got really irritated, and they're all healing well, but I still have my stitches on both sides. So I have those little scars and obviously the huge big ones in front of me, but I just needed to take the time just to touch. And I do have that full length mirror in my room. And part of it is looking at myself in the mirror. Because even when I do these vlogs, I mean, clearly I'm clothed, but I'm not looking at my face here in the camera because I'm looking at, imagining all of you out there, like looking at where the camera is, not where the image is on my phone. But like I want to look at myself in the mirror and just get to a place of acceptance, and I know it's a process, just by looking and then eventually by also touching, noticing the places that are numb and the places that are swollen, noticing where the stitches are. The more I'm showering, I'm not putting creams or lotions on my boobs, but I can see where the adhesive where the surgical adhesive is starting to like break apart a little bit, which means this is eventually going to fall off. And where it has fallen off on the right side looks totally normal and healthy. And some parts, there's not even a red line, which is like super awesome. You know, I haven't done anything and already it seems like there's not going to be a scar there. So he did do a really nice job. But I'm just trying to have the ownership of just touching and creating feeling, and, you know, moving my way down, almost like, you know, taking the nerves and being like, okay, if you can touch this, you can touch this too. And, you know, this is numb, this isn't numb. And how can I just kind of stimulate that part of my skin to make me regain feeling? Because I truly think that I'll be able to do that. Whether it's phantom or not, I don't really care. I just want to be able to have sensation in my whole boob. And I do think that that's possible to do. So I spent a while. Oh, you know why I did that last night? I was going through a pile of all those bins that I have. I was going through one of them last night to get rid of some papers and whatever and just go through some stuff. And I found a face mask in there that I had gotten probably in my TheraBox. And I put the face mask on and it has to sit there for 15 minutes to a half an hour. So I timed it purposely for a half an hour so I could sit with myself for a half an hour and just, I was laying down for that point. Because you can't really move the face mask on because it'll slide off or get in your eye or something weird. And it just allowed me the time to just be and not move. And the only thing I could move is my arms. So it was almost like I was forced to sit still for half an hour. So if a clay mask or whatever is a way for you to sit still and just, you know, be okay with your body and learn how to accept it, then great. So I did that, and I need to do that more. And like I said, I think regardless of whether you have cancer or not, I think it's about a matter of women in particular. You know, there's a lot of body shaming with women about weight or what they look like, whatever. And I think it's important that every woman love their body, no matter what it looks like. And taking the time to just kind of be with yourself to do that is really, really important. I mean, I can't say what it's like on the male side, but I would think for anyone that that's a healthy thing to do, is just be okay with your body by, you know, owning it and exploring it. And for me, you know, when I took the mask off, looking at myself in the mirror and just understanding. I have a makeup mirror in my room, in my bathroom too, that's attached to the wall, and it flips, like one side's regular and the other side's magnified. And I'll flip to the magnified part to look more closely at my boob to see, like, you know, what does it really look like where the stitches are and stuff. And I was doing that more when I noticed this morning that I had the oozing. And it's not bright red. The oozing is it looks reddish on a white bra, obviously, but the color, because when I got out of the shower, it was like freshly oozing, and they gave me these, they're called Abdominal Pads. I whipped one out, but that'd be a little bit weird. Is that weird? I don't know. I'm wearing two of them right now. Whatever. I feel like everything I do is weird. All right, here's one. They look like this. The blue side should be facing away from you. This one's fine. There's nothing wrong with this one. But it's like a, it's not adhesive. It's just like a medical pad. And it's obviously not sticky. But if you were to have something, like obviously this is clean, so nothing was draining off of it. But the other side right now is draining, so I'm not going to take it off. There's just like ickies. I guess it's sort of like a sanitary napkin, but for your boob. Even though it says abdominal, so I guess if you had abdominal stitches for something, you'd use these. I'm going to try to see if I can find these online or something to get more. But when I went to the plastic surgeon, they gave me a bunch of these. And they're just there to help provide some padding. It's not super thick, but thick enough. It gives you some padding. I just like whipped this out of my boob. That was funny. It gives you a little bit of padding in between your bra and your stitches. But also with the oozing, you know, I have that so it will absorb the oozing so that my boob is not going to be like stuck to my bra, because that'd just be like gross. And they're pretty easy. Here, I'll put it right back in and you won't be able to see anything. I'm going to go down here and it's just easy to pop back in. Like I said, it's just there as protection. See, voila, and you don't even know the difference. It's like magic. And that's where I wear black, because you can't tell, because black is very forgiving. Yeah, so I showered for a little longer than usual today. Did not wash my hair because I was having it colored. And again, just spent some time in the shower. Actually, that angle's a little uncomfortable. Spent some time in the shower, just like, you know, being aware of where the soap was going. You know, you've got to be slower in your movements with things. I used the bar soap right underneath my arm. My range of motion was actually better. I haven't done my exercises, my neck rolls. I have to do that today. Actually, this is kind of uncomfortable how I just popped that on there, because I have like two that are overlapping. And I didn't rub anything. Like I said, I just let water like rinse through here. I don't touch anything. I clean up here where I can feel it. But once it gets sensitive, I just leave it alone. For a long time, I had a lot of dry skin here that would just kind of flake off, and I would just let it go down. Like, I don't mind rubbing a little bit more here, but that's pretty much the extent of it. And then I shaved my armpits again, woohoo. And I was able to do that actually in the shower. Last time I did that, I did it not in the shower so I could use the mirror to see. But I felt enough, and it didn't hurt, that I could do it. I don't advise that, because I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not, but I didn't cut myself, and I didn't get a close shave. My left side I did, but not on the right side. But I don't need to have a close shave. I just want to feel normal for me. I also, which was probably not the best idea, so as I'm thinking of all these not great ideas I had today, I also shaved my legs, but I never sat in the shower chair. I don't have a bar in my bathroom, so this was not the wisest of choices to do. But I put my foot up. Like normally, you just, for a woman or man, whatever, would put your foot up on the edge of the tub and then bend over to shave. But again, it's harder to bend over with these anvils I have on my chest. So I put my foot up on the shower chair. I'm hearing people go, oh, Jen, you shouldn't have done that. I have really good balance. But anyway, might not have been the best choice. I put my foot up on the shower chair so it was higher, so it was easier for me to reach. It actually hurt my boobs less to shave that way, but I do get that, like, I am then putting a lot of balance on my left foot. And overall, I do have good balance. Even though my stomach is distended, I am using my abs a ton. So I trusted my core, which I can't say that I've trusted my core in years. I trusted my core enough that it was going to support me. And I did like hold on to the wall as best I could, but I shaved. I don't suggest doing that because that probably wasn't the safest thing to do. So shaved my legs. And yeah, when I got out of the shower, I noticed that my left side, like kind of right here, was like the purple is there. And then it just looked a little bit raw. Almost like when you have a scab and the scab starts to come off and it gets like that dark reddish, like a kind of an orangey reddish, I guess, around it. That's what it looked like. And I'm like, well, that could be normal. But then I noticed that it was like, I took that pad thing that I had taken off the night before and took a different section of it and just like, you know, tapped it on there and stuff came off. And I didn't flip out too much because the color was the same color as the stuff that was coming out of the drain when the drain was in. It's like a yellowish, pinkish color. It's not blood red. But to me, it made sense that like the drains are out, the fluid's going someplace. You know, the scar is, back up, the scar is like down here, even though I know you can't see my boob, but my boob ends here. You know, the scar's around here. And it would make sense that you know, the stuff that's coming out still has to come out. Anyway, I ended up taking pictures of both sides and sending it over to the plastic surgeon just to make sure that everything was okay. Because I wanted to, you know, when it wasn't stopping, I got a little bit nervous. And then I put on the white bra, the zip up one that they just gave me. And then I saw the right side had another mark on it. And I'm like, geez. And that one was darker, which again, didn't freak me out too much because the right side, my right side always had, like when the drain was removed, it never got to that yellowish, orangish color. It was still bright red. But it was very, very, very slight. So I put this pad thing on it, on both of them, and just held them thinking that the pressure would make it stop. But it's now 4 o'clock, and what time did I shower? At least 4 hours ago. And it's still oozing a bit. Not a ton, but just enough that it's like there and like gross. So I wanted to feel good about myself, and that's why I put on the black bra and not like the one that has all the bits and pieces from the hospital. And I put on this shirt, which is like a shirt I just normally own, and I wanted to wear these jeans, but of course my jeans are in the pile of regular clothes that are at the very top of my shelves in my closet, which normally isn't a big deal because I'm tall and I can just go on a step stool and just grab it, but now I can't and nobody is home. So I took a yardstick. I've used a yardstick so much. I took a yardstick. I can't forget, counsel on aging is something I have to talk to you about too. But I used a yardstick and I was like poking at the clothes until I was like eventually flicking it out. And of course, like 10 other pairs of pants came down, or it wasn't 10, but it was still like probably 5 or 6. But I got my jeans out and I wanted these jeans. I ordered these jeans right before surgery, just because they're stretchier, so they've got a little bit more give, but yet they're still stylish. Anyway, and then just left it, went to get my hair cut, or colored. She didn't cut it. And then also dawned on me when I was getting ready to leave there, with my hair at least, you know, my roots are pretty dark. I mean, my regular hair is pretty dark. My hair is not. These are all just highlights to make you wonder if I have grays or not. But I said the next time I wash my hair, usually I still have hair color that comes out. And my concern is if that happens, what if it gets stuck, or not stuck, but what if something like seeps where the scars are and like discolor something? The last thing I want is to have anything discolored when it comes to my skin and this whole drama stuff. So I made an appointment for a week from now to have her just wash my hair, and that was it, which was originally what I wanted to do in the first place. But after I realized how, like, that I'm able to lean back and it didn't hurt, and the angle I was at, plus she gave me a step stool, was the angle I would be at when I'd be laying down anyway. So it was a much less of a big deal. So yes, it's a little treat to go to the salon once a week, but, and I don't know what I'm going to hear tomorrow at the oncologist, and I'll just play that by ear as it happens. But for right now, like, I don't mind having somebody else, you know, wash my hair. Anyway. But what I wanted to make sure I mentioned was the Council on Aging. A lot of you think of the Council on Aging as senior citizens. I'm not a senior citizen, but I am turning 50 this year. And yes, I think you start getting AARP things when you turn 50. It's not even so much about age. When my occupational therapist was here, and I was telling him how I was having a hard time with the microwave, like I only need like an inch, because I'm like, it's just not I can't get up there enough without being in pain to get plates in and out. And I moved I don't know if I said this, I have a Wii, so I moved the Wii balance board by the oven, because I'm not really using the oven, to give me a little bit step up to be able to open and close the microwave with more ease. And that's been like a game changer. Granted, everyone else keeps stubbing their toes on it, but I'm like, I'd rather have a stubbed toe than have a painful arm and boob. So that's there, and that's been a really good help. I mean, the bottom of the Wii has rubberized feet, so it's not sliding anywhere, even though it's on tile flooring. But one thing that my OT also said was to get one of those grabbers. You know, you squeeze them and it has like a handle to help you pick up stuff. So I don't have to sit there picking up stuff. Because he was talking to me about laundry, and I'm like, I can't even, like, how do I bend over to like dig in to get clothes, especially wet clothes, which weigh more, out of a washing machine, and then like go over and put in the dryer. Like, it would take me forever, and it would wipe me out for the rest of the day. So he mentioned about those grabbers, and he said they often have them at the Council on Aging, and I think most towns have a Council on Aging, or whatever it would be called, because they have plenty of people that are going through surgeries that, I don't know if they buy them or have them or whatever. And I know the woman who runs the Council on Aging in town through work. We've had like people that create shows for the station have done performances through the Council on Aging. And I feel like everyone in our town is kind of tied together when you're, you know, if you work or volunteer or something. It's not a big town and people know each other. So I called her this morning about the grabber and I explained to her what was going on, and she remembered who I was, and she said, I can't remember now what it was, but she's like, you know, well, what about this? Do you have this? And what about that? Do you have that? Like, even shower chairs for that matter. She said that they have, first of all, she said they have an ample amount of those grabbers. Because I said to borrow, I'm not going to need it forever. And she said they have so many of them, I don't need to give it back. I could just keep it. And she said about having more than one. So I have like one in the bathroom that I can use in the shower, and then one like in the kitchen for when I drop something or whatever. That way I'm not, you know, going back and forth to get them. They have ample grabbers, which is great. Again, another example of like not knowing the things that you need. But the grabber, like, I dropped a bar of soap, the one I used to use in my shower, which is made of olive oil, but I don't want to use olive oil because they said to stay away from oils. It might not matter so much now, but I'm using a much like softer, not softer, less chemical, well, there's really no chemicals in olive oil. Anyway, I'm using a different soap, and then that bar of soap fell, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, I don't have the dexterity to get in the crevice of where it fell. So I just left it there until Barb came and noticed it, and then she picked it up. But those grabbers will be super helpful. And then she mentioned some other stuff, like the shower chair, which I'm so grateful for the woman who got me the shower chair, and she asked me if I wanted a second one, but my apartment's not that big, and I really have only used it in my bathroom. I have enough regular chairs. I've moved two of my dining room chairs into, well, not me, but two of my dining room chairs have been moved into my bedroom, and like right now those are like my closets. My clothes are like hanging over them or folded on top of them, because even opening the doors for my closets is really hard. And because I have carpet in that room, even if you WD-40'd them or something, that's not going to make any difference. They're running across carpet. And one side's easy to open, but the door that's like closer to the inside of the closet is just harder for me to move. So yeah, I think this past week was the first time I even went into my closet to get something, because the weather's been cooler outside. So yeah, she mentioned the other shower chair, which I don't need. And then she mentioned some other stuff, and honestly, I can't even remember now what the other stuff was that she mentioned about needing. I don't know. When it comes, I'll share with you what the box of joys that she brought. And they deliver them, which is great, because she said, are you driving? And I'm like, no. And she said, you know, I said, I have a group that, you know, of people in town that will help pick up stuff for me. But she said, like, we can have someone drop it off to you. I'm like, well, that's perfect. So she's going to put a box together of stuff and drop it off here. And it's just part of what your taxpayer money is paying for, is to have a council on aging and, you know, bring this kind of stuff over. It's just, I don't know if it's like this in every town, I haven't gotten old in other towns. Well, I guess you're always getting older, but yeah, it's just such a great resource, and I can't wait to see what's inside. Yeah, so Council on Aging. The last thing I'll bring up are these two. So my hairdresser in New York, I miss her so, but I have a hairdresser here who colored my hair very similarly to how it was cut or colored when I was in New York. She does such a good job, but I don't know what to expect tomorrow from the oncologist. So taking some ownership, because yes, I wore baseball hats, but they're not super comfortable to get on. And while they're practical, I usually put a ponytail through the back of it, which I can't do. I can do a low pony because I can reach and get into my, the crash mode or whatever, you know, where your head's between your legs. I can do that to get my hair, gotta stop. I can do that to get my hair in a ponytail, but it's still kind of pushing it. So I'm like, you know, I should get some cool hats. And I have a really nice, I have several, like, I have some cute winter hats, and I have a really nice, like, fancy-ish winter hat. But right now it's September, so it's fallish. So I'm like, what kind of hat should I get? So she sent me these two hats. You know, I asked her for ideas because she knows my hair. My hair is pretty thick. So she got me two hats. One of them, let's see if I can get it on. I had to like crunch down. This is how I put a hat on. I crunched down almost like, what's his name? Martin Short. What was that character? Ed Grimley. If you don't know who Ed Grimley is, look it up. But if you remember Ed Grimley with the pants, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm like hovered like this so that I can like bend down because I'm bending my knees. So this is how to put on a hat after double mastectomy. You bend at your knees so that you're lower. Even better if you're sitting down, but bend at your knees is a great workout for your quads. And then you suck in your core. I'm not even realizing what I'm doing. Lift your head down. I'm just doing this to get my hair out of the way. And then when you do that, you're not reaching so far. And then here is my cutesy little new hat. My hair is like super, I don't have enough product in it right now to make it that simple, but I don't know what's going to happen at the oncologist, but I can own how my hair looks. I might cut this part off. I'm not a big fan of the little emblem-y thing, whatever, but I think this is super cute. And if you look at the back, there's no like, I don't need to put a ponytail through it. I can just leave it like that. And if my roots come in, I could just wear hats all the time and you would just never know. So I got it in gray, or I didn't get it. My friend, hairdresser friend, sent it to me. And then she also sent one, hold on, Ed Grimley, squat. She also sent one in black, which one feels tighter than the other one, but this was much looser. But I think super cute. I like hats. Again, I think I'd get rid of this thing because I'm not a big fan of that. I could put band mom. I have a band mom button. How smart. Oh my gosh, I just thought of that. I have a pin that says band mom that I got from one of the marching band festivals or competitions that my kids did. And I can wear my band mom pin instead of this thing on top, which would be such a classy way to be supportive without totally embarrassing your child. How genius. I would grab it right now. Should I grab it right now? I'm gonna grab it right now. Don't go anywhere, hang on. I'd sing some music like la la la. Here's your music. La, la, la. La, 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 la. I'm coming. Okay. This is what a good mom I am. Thank you for that. All right, come on. How cool is this? Here's what I'm going to put it on the other side. This is how Shahara I am. How I'm going to do this. Poking a hole in my new hat. I'm going to totally wear this on Friday. Okay. Oh, squat. Come on. How cute is that? This is my thumbnail right here. It's like my band mom hat. Isn't that so cute? I'm going to get rid of that. I'm just going to put that, I won't put it right there because I'll be subtle about it. But how adorbs is this hat? Oh my God, this is my new band hat. I love it. Ignore that. I love it. I am band mom. All right, thumbnail, ready? Ah, I love that. All right, who knew? And I wore my Vegas lip gloss today. I have eyeshadow on, and I'm damn exhausted. And oh, so this crap going on. Yeah, I forgot this. This stuff going on here. So I sent pictures to the plastic surgeon, and they said as long as I'm not soaking through one of those pads, like you would if you're menstruating, which if you missed it, we talked about menstruating a few days ago. As long as you're not soaking through one of those pads, like you should be fine. It is so not soaking through. It's like a little bit and that's it. But she said to put Aquaphor. Aquaphor is awesome in a billion different ways. But she said to put Aquaphor on a non-stick gauze pad because Lord knows you don't want it to stick. And just like stick it there. So I wanted to vlog while I still looked all nice. I'm going to put my band mom hat back on. Ugh. Come on, how cute is that? I love that. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to do that. I have a Pythagorean theorem pin, but that might be a little bit much, and I'm not teaching right now, so it's super cute. Anyway, so yeah, Aquaphor is great. I found out about Aquaphor when I had my kids. It's like a Vaseline-y thing, but it has some sort of medicated whatever. I have like 3 things of it, but of course, I think they're all in my room. I keep leaving the camera today. Oh, you know what? They're not. Look at this. This is almost like a commercial right here for Aquaphor. It helps in so many different ways that I have 2 of them right there. This is Healing Ointment 1, and this is, well, I can't read that. It's a lip balm. So it goes whoop, whoop. Keeps your lips moisturized, which I would put on, but I have my Vegas lip gloss on. And then it comes out like, yeah, so this is the lip balm. This is just to have, I don't know. If you have really chapped lips, this stuff is awesome. It's kind of like Vaseline-y. And then here, if I take it out, ooh, that's actually hard to push. Oof, that's hard to push. But if you see, it's like a Vaseline kind of thing, you know, it's clear, but there is like whatever it is, it's the number, oh wow, I can't read that, number 1 dermatologist probably recommended for dry, cracked, or irritated skin, clinically proven to restore smooth, healthy skin, and it's dermatologist tested. It is a skin protectant that is preservative and fragrance free, so you can use it as a hand moisturizer, and apparently too when you're have boo-boos, it will work for that too. Petrolatum is the main skin protectant, but I feel like there's something else with it because it works better than just Vaseline. But yeah, Aquaphor, again, I don't endorse things, but like this stuff is awesome for 150 different reasons. So I'm going to sign off from here and go deal with these ladies, and take care of them, and then have some R&R. Yeah, because I need to sit. I haven't like sat all day long, and that's probably why. But very happy with my hat, and we'll be super excited to wear this on Friday for the football game. Make sure it's staying the right direction. How cute is that? I love that. Okay, so happy. Okay, band rules. Woohoo! Bye.